everyone, it's Sunday and this is Projectlifesize. Today's topic is street harassment, catcalling, wolf whistling, that kind of thing. And I've watched the other girls' videos and I think I kind of have a different view of it. For starters, I think that it's very different in America than in the UK because I didn't even know what catcalling was. We don't really use that term over here. And I went and looked online to find the definition, and the definition was a harsh or shrill call or whistle expressing derision or disapproval. I figured catcalling was supposed to be like wolf whistling is over here. It's called wolf whistling, and the definition of wolf whistling is a little different. It is a whistle produced by a man to express admiration of a woman's appearance. I think the definitions are very different there. One is more positive than the other. And I think that kind of reflects the difference maybe between the UK and America, because correct me if I'm wrong guys who live in the UK, but I don't think that there's so much street harassment that goes on over here. It could be that I live in such a rural area that it just never witnessed it, and I've just never heard of it around here, because pretty much we live in the middle of the countryside, in the middle of nowhere. So, but when I visit the cities and stuff, you don't generally get harassed by people. People just generally tend to keep out of each other's way and not really say much. The only time when you might get harassed in the street is possibly on a Saturday night or a Friday night when there's a big group of guys or girls who have been out drinking, and you generally then, the alcohol makes tongues a little looser and people just say things they necessarily wouldn't say, and it wouldn't be polite to say under normal circumstances. So that's when you might get street harassment. And I think in those kind of situations, girls can be just as bad as boys, because I've witnessed girls, a big group of girls, making comments about a guy across the street in the same way as I've witnessed a group of lads making comments about a girl. I think like Gretchen said, it is definitely when there are groups together. I think that probably just goes back to caveman days when, you know, guys would, you know, big packs of male alpha cavemen would express their attraction to the females by hollering, making loud noises and thumping their chests. I don't think much has really changed when you think about big groups of people. It's probably instinct or something that overrides guys when they're all together in a very alpha, testosterone-fueled situation. I've had guys honk at me, lorry drivers honk when they go past. And again, I don't know if there's a difference just in the way you take it, but I felt it was a compliment. I didn't feel insulted by the fact that I was honked at as I was walking home. We do get, over here in the UK, we do get a lot of situations on building sites where a group of male builders, all working together, will whistle and possibly make comments at girls or women walking by. That is almost a tradition. It's almost expected of builders. Because it's such an institution almost that builders whistle at you when you walk by. If I was to walk past a building site and no one made a sound, I'd kind of worry about what was wrong. I'd worry why, my ego would kind of be hurt, I think. Why am I so different that they don't want to whistle at me? Because it's such an expected thing to walk past the building site and hear something like that. And I'm not the only one that said this. On the website that I went and visited, some people mentioned that they would be hurt if they walked past a building site and didn't have that attention, because it's so expected and because it is a compliment. It's not meant to be an insult. It's an expression of their admiration of you. I went onto a website recently and had a look about kind of the psychology of why builders and large groups of men might whistle and what it means and how females and women feel about it. And one of the responses on this site was really interesting, and I'll read you a little extract here. A friend of mine, whilst we were at college once, got a summer job at a building site. The other guys often engaged in shouting, whistling and making obscene comments at women as they walked by. Being the somewhat more gentlemanly type, my friend didn't join in with any of this, and sure enough, within 3 or 4 days, the rumour was circulating that he was homosexual. So I'd guess the one reason is that through a desperate need to prove their heterosexuality and all-round alpha male status.